Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
The outpouring of emotion and respect for Queen Elizabeth continues today in London. You're looking live at Westminster Hall, where hundreds of thousands are gathering to say one final personal goodbye. The Queen will continue to lie in state until her funeral on Monday. Earlier today, Prince William and Prince Harry, as well as Queen Elizabeth's 6 other grandchildren, held a vigil around her coffin. The 8 grandchildren stood guard at the Queen's lying of state for about 20 minutes. Before the vigil, the Queen's granddaughters, Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie, issued a statement. They were paying tribute to their late grandmother, remembering her as their matriarch, their guide, and loving hand. Meantime, as we move closer to the Queen's funeral, security getting tighter, and it's becoming even more difficult to try to get around the city. Our Kimberly Gill has been in London since Thursday. She joins us now live with a look at just how big of a deal security really is there right now. Good evening, Kimberly.
Sandra, good evening from London. About 2,000 world leaders are expected to come here for Queen Elizabeth's funeral on Monday. You add that with the tens of thousands of people who are already here to bid farewell to the Queen. It is easily the biggest security operation this city has ever seen. On the ground, in the air, on horseback, and on the water. While the world has been mourning the death of Queen Elizabeth, police have been working around the clock to prepare for the biggest security challenge they've ever faced.
There is nothing that could probably possibly compare to not just what's gone on already, but what will occur on Monday at the state funeral. Security
forces preparing for the worst against a monumental outpouring of emotion. The international crowds are enormous. Many roads are closed, which makes getting around a challenge. The problem is the population of London is already about 9 million people, so you add the world leaders who are here, members of the press who are here, and you get this gridlock. And that's not just vehicular gridlock.
Very Spanish, thank you. Use both sides of me.
It's pedestrian gridlock, too. Police officers have come from all over Great Britain.
Her Majesty the Queen is our longest serving monarch. I think what we have seen this week, not just with the ceremonial events, but the lying in state and the tens of thousands of members of the public that are coming to pay their respects. And first and foremost, the priority for us, the Met Police, is to ensure that this is a safe and a secure environment for people to attend the state funeral and for members of the public to pay their respects and remember the Queen.
Now, our live coverage of the Queen's farewell continues today. Photographer Tim Pamplin and we met with some U of M alums who are living here in London. We actually met them at a pub where they were watching today's U of M football game. And we talked to them a little bit about what it's like living here. And even though they were following the game closely, the Queen was still top of mind.
I remember coming back to the office and people saying, you know, the Queen's not well. Right? And there was a somberness to the office. It was a real concern. And then she passed, and, you know, there really was a sadness.
That gentleman is Ward Bobbitts. He grew up in Lathrop Village. Coming up on Local 4 News tomorrow, beginning at 6 a.m., we will be live with more people here in London who graduated from the U of M, and we'll get their take on what it's like living here during this really historic time. So it's about, about 5 minutes after 11 p.m. here in London, Sandra, and people are still filing through to see the Queen. We just yelled down and asked someone how long they had been in line, and they said about 8 hours. So that is the situation here. We'll send it back to you in Detroit. Reporting live from London tonight, Kimberly Gill, Local 4.
Yeah, the size of the crowd's just incredible. All right. Thank you so much, Kimberly.
Yeah.
Happening right now, a mosque at the center of controversy officially opening its doors. It's a battle that's really been fought for years and included the city of Troy. Priya Mann joins us now live. And Priya, we know the mosque is the first one for the city.
Yeah, that's right. And Sandra, this is truly a momentous day here. That ribbon cutting happened right at 6 o'clock, so just about 5-6 minutes ago. The mayor of Troy was here, as well as members of city council and dozens of families celebrating, as you mentioned, the first mosque in Troy. A little bit earlier today, the Muslim group in Troy celebrating tonight, officially opening a mosque near Waddles and Rochester Road. This moment has been years in the making. A legal battle between the city of Troy and the Muslim group left the future of the the mosque in limbo. But after a judge ruled the city's zoning code violated federal laws, the city of Troy agreed to let the Muslim group use the building that they bought nearly 5 years ago. Now the group wants nearly $2 million for damages, court costs, and attorney fees. The city so far has refused. Today, after years of legal fighting, the first mosque in Troy was officially opened.
Joyous feeling, believe me, great feeling. Could not be better day than this one could be today.
Obviously, there are still legal matters pending. Tonight's not about the legal matters. What really matters tonight is that we're officially dedicating this mosque here in Troy, the first one in Troy. And we're doing it with open arms, open hearts, and open mind. And I'm really looking forward to doing it.
We always say thank you to the mayors because at least finally he has approval in it to say, please come join us. And we're open to anybody and everybody, to all religion. And there is no restrictions. Anytime anybody can walk in, talk to us, to get to know our religion, we'll be happy to serve them.
And at this hour, dozens are walking into the mosque, which was officially open today. There is a prayer service here at about 6:30. A lot of excited families. Again, as I mentioned, this was a legal battle years in the making. We'll continue to follow this story. I asked the mayor when he thought a judgment could come or a decision could come on that $2 million that this Muslim group is asking for. He said it was out of his hands. It's sort of a wait and see at this moment. And of course, we'll keep you posted. Reporting live in Troy, I'm Priya Mann. Local 4.
All right, we'll be following it. Thank you, Priya. Well, car lovers, rejoice. It has been 3 years in the making, but the North American International Auto Show is finally back. Today is opening day for the big event that's spread across 3 venues in downtown Detroit. Our Megan Woods spent the day at Huntington Place and has a look at some of what you can expect.
Finally, the general public can walk around here at Huntington Place as well as Hart Plaza. They can open the door, jump right in, and take a look at some of their new favorite cars. Some people even got here before 9 o'clock for a sneak preview.
I tell anybody, if you can do it, do it. But if you can't, live through us. That's already here.
Monique Wiggum and her husband walked around Huntington Place Saturday before everyone else.
My husband reserved the Silverado EV, so we came to the early pass to see that and see the demonstration of that car.
Monique doesn't think of herself as a car person, but says the North American International Auto Show is something so spectacular that you don't have to be. That's why she returns every chance she gets.
To see how the cars have progressed over the years is so different than what it used to be. To be able to see, like one of the cars, they say they don't even have a push button. You just get in and hit the brake and the car automatically starts for you. And then when you get out, you put the car in park and it automatically shuts off for you.
While for some, today is about getting back to an annual tradition, for this Toledo couple, it's the beginning of a new one.
It's neat that for a lot of the cars, you're able to get in them, sit in them, kind of feel the seats, see how they would drive. So it's just an overall really neat feeling.
And it helps that they love Ford Mustangs. You still have time today to come out here, explore what the auto show has to offer. They close tonight at 9 o'clock, but they open back up at 9 a.m. And this is here until next Sunday. If you want information about tickets, parking, transportation, we'll have that on clickondetroit.com. In Detroit, I'm Megan Woods, Local 4.
All right, Megan, still ahead here at 6, the push to get Novi native Paul Whelan home from Russia. What we're learning tonight about the meeting between President Biden and members of Paul's family.